Welcome to Self-Improvement Sunday. Today's quote comes from Ralph Waldo Emerson. And he said, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us." So very, very true. Hi there. My name is Christopher D'Armani, and I help authors go from blank page to finished first draft to published book with ease. And as I seem to be fond of saying these days, one of the ways I help authors do that is by getting them to get deeply in touch with what's going on inside them, with what they're specifically with their mindset, what they're thinking, why they're thinking those thoughts, and how to change those things. Because so often we get stuck in this loop of negative feedback that doesn't serve us at all, and yet we seem unwilling to leave it. So today my encouragement is going to be to leave all that negative crap behind and then replace it with empowering stuff. So here we go. So despite all the time most of us spend dwelling on the mistakes of our past, there is literally nothing we can do about any of that. It's done. It's over with. And yet we continue on a daily basis to spend time focused on that stuff that is beyond our ability to control. What's ahead of us, what's coming up tomorrow, what's coming up later today even for that matter, is also largely beyond my control. Especially looking further ahead. The closer we get to this moment in time, I would argue the more control we have over it. But right now, today, this is our most important day of our life. I want you to let that sink in, because if you don't grasp that simple concept, the rest of this video is going to make absolutely no sense. So we can't do anything about yesterday. We can't do anything about tomorrow. What we can do about is today, and specifically this moment right now that we're experiencing, that we happen to be sharing together in this video. That's the only moment we truly control. So are we living that moment that way? Are we living today in that way, with that sort of idea in mind that this is the only day I fully control, only moment in time I fully control? And our thoughts are the power that lies beneath it. That's the stuff that he's talking about in this quote, is that power within us is our ability to think and our ability to control our thoughts, our ability to manage our thoughts and change our thoughts. Really, really powerful concepts, really simple concepts, but so often we want to ignore them. So here's the beautiful nutshell of all of this. With a single thought in this moment, I can set a miracle in motion. You can do the same thing. So often, of course, we refuse to accept that reality, which means we're limited by beliefs that don't serve us. Limiting beliefs, negative thoughts, whatever you want to call them. We need to make a conscious, actually, what we do in those moments is we make this conscious choice to be less than what we're capable of. And that's a tragedy on every level, because in any given moment, no matter how high our expectations or how high our dreams might be, we're still selling ourselves short of what we're capable of. That's the truth, right? We're always capable of far more than we believe we are, far more than we actually do. So if any of this sounds familiar, if sort of this negative feedback loop is a pattern that you notice in yourself, then my encouragement for you today is to, in this moment, change that. Because you can. It's really simple. The solution, as I say in the slide, is extraordinarily simple. Not just simple, extraordinarily simple. Make a different choice in this moment. That's it. And then follow that choice with the action required. Choose to be a better person tomorrow than you are today. That's a really beautiful thing to aspire to. If I'm not becoming a better human being today than I was yesterday, then arguably I'm living a rather pointless life. Because true fulfillment comes from a variety of things, one of which is becoming a better person today than I was yesterday. So when you make that decision, as I said, follow that with specific, immediate, and effective action. So if I want to work on my book today, if I want to write my book, or if I want to practice diligence, let's go there. If I want to practice persistence and diligence, make the decision that that's what I want to focus on. So what is the natural decision that comes, action that comes out of that? Well, I should schedule my writing time on my calendar. I should commit to myself that I'm going to actually show up at those scheduled times and do what I said I would do. I'm going to write. If we simply do those little things, and that persistence and that diligence, that's going to show up in every other area of your life too. We just happen to be kickstarting it with the process of writing. But don't let that limit you. Because when you're true to yourself, when you actually honor yourself in this kind of a way, what happens in the rest of your life is you discover the areas where you can apply those same principles. And that's what this is all about. Applying those principles across the entirety of our life, not just in one specific area. Truly, truly is. And then, of course, to repeat that every single day. Repeat that process. It doesn't need to be difficult. It just needs to be done. And then you get to live the life of your dreams. And that's ultimately what we want to accomplish, right? We're writing this book because we want to help change someone's life for the better. What better impact to have on the world? What better a legacy to leave behind at the end of our days than to look back and go, wow, you know what? That book, I had struggled so much to write it, but it was so effective in getting this message across, and it helped so many people. That's a beautiful thing to look back on your life with, right? So take it to heart. Apply all these principles that I talk about every day of every week across your entire life. Because when you do that, you get to be that better person tomorrow than you are today. And that's something we should all truly, truly aspire to. So if that sort of resonated with you in some way, I would love for you to share it in the comments. I would love for you to like it and share it with your family and your friends. And I, of course, would love to connect with you on places like LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. All the links to all my social media accounts can be found at sleekbio.com/Christopher. So with that, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I hope you take some time to reflect on this quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson, and to work out a plan to implement this in your life. You'll be far happier for it. That much I can assure you. So with that, have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Bye for now. Whoa, here we go, hitting the wrong keys. Yay!